785 UNCNs. 72nd Commencement Exercises. One Dream. 1. Virtual Graduation. Stream it on the University of Nueva Cáceres official Facebook page and YouTube channel.
The Doxology, the University Glee Club.
Servire in omnibus amare et servire Domino in everything love and serve the Lord. Omnibus amare, in omnibus servire, in omnibus amare et servire Domino, in everything love and serve the omnibus amare, in omnibus servire, in omnibus amare et servire Domino, in everything love and serve the Lord. Omnibus amare, in omnibus servire, in omnibus amare et servire Domino, in everything love and serve the omnibus amare et servire Domino, in everything love and serve the Lord.
The Philippine National Anthem, the University Band. Formal opening of the commencement ceremonies. Dr. Felisa L. Sabaupan, the University Registrar.
Our commencement speaker, Dr. Jasper Erwin L. Toralba, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Congressman Felicito C. Payumo, Vice Chairman Alfredo I. Ayala, the University President, Dr. Faye Leia Patria M. Lauraya, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Romeo M. Sumayo Jr., the Vice President for Research, Extension, and Linkages, Dr. Nora Elizabeth F. Maniquez, The Vice President for Administration, Engineer Leon B. Palmiano IV. Assistant Vice President for Finance, Joseph J. Mendoza II. Assistant Vice President for Students Affairs and Services, Dr. Armin A. Foliante. Deans and Directors, guests, faculty and non-teaching staff, parents, candidates for graduation, a pleasant evening. As University Registrar and on behalf of the UNC administration, I formally declare the 72nd Commencement Ceremony open with the theme, The UNCian Graduates, Living Life's Purpose for Humanity.
Presentation of the candidates for graduation by the Deans. Romeo M. Sumayo Jr., PhD, Dean, School of Graduate Studies.
The President, Dr. Fay Leia Patria M. Lauraya. I have the honor to present to you 46 candidates for graduation from the School of Graduate Studies. 4 for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, major in Behavioral Management. 8 for the degree of Doctor of Education, major in Educational Management. 8 for the degree of Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Leadership and Management. 2 for the degree of Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management. 5 for the degree of Master of Arts in Education, major in Guidance and Counseling. 2 for the degree of Master of Arts in Education, major in Special Education. 5 for the degree of Master of Arts in English. 3 for the degree of Master of Arts in Filipino, major in Language and Literature. 3 for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching Mathematics. 1 for the degree of Master in Library Science. 1 for the degree of Master in Business Administration. 1 for the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Science, major in Chemistry and Biology. 3 for the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Science, major in General Science Education. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by the respective curricula and the university policy. I am submitting the list of candidates for graduation from the School of Graduate Studies for your confirmation and for conferment of degrees, as well as appropriate charges.
Antonio C. Rivero, LIM, Dean, School of Law.
The President, Dr. Fay Leia Patria M. Lauraya. I have the honor to present to you 51 candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by their curricula and university policy. I am submitting the list of candidates for graduation from the School of Law for your confirmation and conferment of degree, as well as appropriate charges.
Christine C. Bautista, MSEE, Dean, College of Engineering and Architecture.
The President, Dr. Fay Leia Patria M. Lauraya, I have the honor to present to you 260 candidates for graduation from the College of Engineering and Architecture, 47 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Architecture, 132 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, 11 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, 15 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, 14 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering, and 41 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by the respective curricula and university policy.
Teresita B. Pambid, MSN, Dean, College of Nursing.
The President, Dr. Fay Leia Patria M. Lauraya, I have the honor to present to you 24 candidates for graduation for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by their curricula and university policy. I am submitting the list of candidates for graduation from the College of Nursing for your confirmation and conferment of degree, as well as appropriate charges.
Sherlene S. Esplana, PhD, Dean, College of Criminal Justice Education.
The President, Dr. Faye Leia Patria M. Lauraya, I have the honor to present to you 17 candidates for graduation for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Criminology. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by their curricula and university policy. I am submitting the list of candidates for graduation from the College of Criminal Justice Education for your confirmation and conferment of a degree, as well as appropriate charges.
Agnes T. Reyes, MIS, Dean, College of Computer Studies.
The President, Dr. Faye Leia Patria M. Lauraya, I have the honor to present to you 67 candidates for graduation from the College of Computer Studies. 10 for the Associate in Computer Technology. 1 for the degree of Bachelor in Library and Information Science. 13 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. 4 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Information System, and 39 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by their respective curricula and university policy.
Kenji E. Jimenia, MPA, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences.
The President, Dr. Faye Leia Patria M. Lauraya, I have the honor to present to you 21 candidates for graduation from the College of Arts and Sciences. 1 for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, 19 for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, and 1 for the degree of Bachelor in Environmental Science. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by their respective curricula and university policy.
Lily A. Vidal, PhD, Dean, College of Education.
The President, Dr. Faye Leia Patria M. Lauraya, I have the honor to present to you 101 candidates for graduation from the College of Education. 48 for the degree of Bachelor of Elementary Education, 3 for the degree of Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in Special Education, 3 for the degree of Bachelor of Physical Education, major in Sports and Wellness, 47 for the degree of Bachelor of Science into Secondary Education. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for the graduation as specified by their respective curricula and university policy. I am submitting the list of candidates for graduation from the College of Education for your confirmation and conferment of degrees, as well as appropriate charges.
Cerila C. Sanchez, MPA, Dean, College of Business and Accountancy.
The President, Dr. Faye Leia Patria M. Lauraya, I have the honor to present to you 198 candidates for graduation from the College of Business and Accountancy, 39 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, 21 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accounting Technology, 1 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, 11 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management, 46 for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Travel Management, and 120 for Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. They have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements for graduation as specified by respective curricula and university policy.
Dr. Faye Leia Patria M. Lauraya, University President.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees as President of the University of Nueva Cáceres, I hereby confirm you graduates of your respective degrees with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, and congratulations to your parents and benefactors. Greetings everyone. Batch 2020, let me extend once again my congratulations and greetings to you, your parents and benefactors. To your mentors and everyone who believed that you can make it. You did not quit and you made it. Congratulations. Considering the data and experts' advice that the pandemic's duration is unpredictable and is dependent on the availability of a vaccine, UNC administration decided to hold the virtual commencement ceremony to honor your achievement and significant milestone. Indeed, we should not wait for things to get better. Rather, we must act and make things better. You have already made the mark in history even before you receive formally your graduation diplomas. You might not like it, but the fact is you are the COVID-19 pandemic batch. You have faced the first wave of the pandemic storm, resulting to schools' temporary suspension, dramatic switch to remote learning, and the pioneering batch of what we call the new normal. With grit, determination, and hard work, you are here today. And you are the first UNC graduates to do a virtual commencement ceremony. Let's give Batch 2020 a standing ovation and salute. Batch 2020 graduates, you truly deserve to be honored today. This year's graduation theme, the UNCN graduates living a purposeful life in service of humanity, was chosen last December 2019 in preparation for your supposed graduation scheduled last March 2020. We did not change the theme, as it is even more relevant now as we continue to battle the disruptions brought about by the pandemic. While technology has eased our way of doing things amidst the required physical distancing, it is still our humaneness, our longing to be connected socially, as well as live our life's purpose in service of one another that surfaces to strengthen our will to rise and thrive despite the threat from the most vicious virus the world has encountered. Scott Anthony, in his book, Dual Transformation, wrote that for the past few years, they have asked almost 5,000 people what career they would choose if they would want to change the world. The majority of the responses said that they would like to start a company. The next biggest group says they would like to be a teacher. The third most popular choice is to work in non-profit organizations, while the rest would want to work in government, or well-established organizations. Batch 2020, do not be daunted. You might not change the world yet, but I am sure you are a batch of upright and brave UNCians out to seek your dreams and live your life's purpose. The current pandemic is likened to a war, and this war has produced new warriors, our health workers and frontliners. In recognition of their contribution to the ongoing effort to save lives while keeping the economy going, we have chosen a commencement speaker who not only trained to be a frontliner, but elevated his capability through education and courage to help produce more health professionals that meet global standards. It is with excitement then that I would like to introduce our 2020 commencement speaker. He is a Bicolano, an Albayano. His story affirms that education is a great equalizer and key to get out of poverty. Let me use a quote to start his life story. Intelligence without ambition is like a bird without wings. Our commencement speaker comes from a modest family, with his mother raising him and his 5 siblings single-handedly as his father died when he was still very young. He is also an obedient son. He followed his mother, who told him to take up nursing, in spite that he wanted to be an architect or a journalist. Thus, while he enrolled in a nursing degree, he fulfilled his aspiration and actively participated in campus journalism. When he graduated in 1996 from Bicol University, he did not immediately take the board exam. He pursued another degree, which is journalism. But after 2 years, he again gave way to his mother's prodding and took the board and passed. Circumstances, however, were not in his favor. It was not easy to look for a job during the late 1990s due to the oversupply of nurses in the country. Rather than switch to a new profession or be saddened by the lack of opportunities, he went into another pursuit and pursued graduate studies, a master's degree in education in 2001, in the same university as his baccalaureate degree. This gave him a chance to become a nurse faculty. In 2004, he began his new life in America. He started as a staff nurse at a local hospital while he pursued his master's degree in science in nursing and got that degree in 2007 at Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio. From there, he began his new journey as a nurse leader. In 2010, he worked as a patient services manager in Yale New Haven Hospital, where he managed operations, strategic planning, and business development of the behavioral intervention team. In 2012, he pursued further studies at Yale University, where he was one of the 14 inaugural doctoral students accepted to the Doctor of Nursing Practice program. He finished that degree in 2015. In the same year, he became the clinical nursing director at the TOPS Medical Center, where he assumed authority, responsibility, and accountability for the delivery of nursing services at a department level. He then became the director of the Credentials Evaluation at CGFNS International Incorporated, formerly the Commission on Graduates of Foreign Nursing School. He oversaw all credentials evaluation of foreign educated nurses applying for licensure in the United States. He was responsible for managing the global operation of this credentialing service program. Currently, he is the Director of Global Standards at CGFNS International. He is doing oversight of global standards and qualifications of nursing and other healthcare profession. He identifies, brainstorms, researches key issues in local, national, and international education realm. He develops programs, creates policies, and conducts researches that seeks to ensure equity, equality, and sustainability that will improve the global education landscape. He is a full-stack nurse executive with more than 20 years nursing experience in varied and progressive roles. He is an international expert in the topics of international nursing education, nursing mobility and migration, nursing curriculum evaluation. He is a nurse, a Fulbright scholar, a global researcher, an advocate for quality, standards, and humane workplaces. That is a lot of achievement, and he is just in midstream of life. He is still evolving, and currently he is pursuing his second doctorate degree at Columbia University. I would say then that his story can be summed up as mother knows best. One should be ready to take advantage of opportunities when it comes along, and believe in lifelong learning, and have faith that a Filipino, a Bicolano, has what it takes to be a global leader serving at the global stage in service of humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pride and honor to introduce Dr. Jasper Erwin Tularba, the University of Nueva Cáceres 2020 Commencement Speaker.
I am deeply honored to be invited as the guest speaker during this momentous occasion of University of Nueva Cáceres commencement exercises. Dr. Faye Lea Patria Lauraya, President of the University of Nueva Cáceres, members of the Board of Regents, members of the faculty, non-teaching personnel, parents, graduates, friends. Delivering the commencement speech during this year's UNC graduation ceremonies is indeed unique and interesting. Unique because this is the first time that it is held fully remote and online. Interesting because we don't know what to expect nor feel since we have never done something similar to this. But just like anything else, we can look at our situation as either a glass half full or a glass half empty. Let's also not forget that the last pandemic of this nature and gravity happened 100 years ago during the 1918 Spanish influenza pandemic. And during that time, there was no internet, there's no television, there's no mobile phones. So imagine yourself experiencing a global health crisis without the wonders of today's modern technology. That would be tough. Indeed, COVID-19 pandemic may have ruined our plans, our travels, our day-to-day comforts and convenience, and unfortunately, perhaps even lost people that we know. But it will never hamper our hope, stump our dreams, nor quest for better days ahead. Today's commencement exercises is a testament to that. COVID-19 cannot stop the 72 years of long tradition of celebrating its worthy graduates and the hard work of faculty and staff That is why we're all here today amidst this pandemic. When President Lauraya reached out to me and asked if I would consider gracing this occasion, I have never given it any second thoughts. I have a very high regard and respect for Dr. Lauraya. I have seen her outstanding leadership and extraordinary abilities. For me, she epitomizes what I consider as a transformational leader, innovative, intelligent, motivating, and committed. Dr. Lauraya told me that perhaps my life experiences could serve as an inspiration to others. After all, UNC is guided by the motto, "Non scholae sed vitae," or in plain language, not for school but for life, we learn. My hope is that through my own life experiences, I could share with you my life's lessons. This way, I could motivate you to pursue your goals and dreams as I have pursued mine, regardless of all the hurdles and hardships that life has faced me. You see, not very many people know that I come from a very humble beginning. However, I'm one who is not ashamed to admit that I was not born with a silver spoon. I don't think there was even a spoon to start with, if we're going to use that analogy. I grew up in a small nipa hut in the middle of a rice field of Ligao, when it was still a town of Albay. I have 7 siblings, 4 girls and 3 boys, with me being the youngest. My mom was a public school teacher, while my father, who is now deceased, was a stay-at-home dad after a bus accident where their bus fell off a ravine that caused him to become paraplegic from the waist down for the remainder of his life. So this left my mom to fend off for all our needs, and she became the sole breadwinner of the family. At an early age, I already realized that we were poor in material things. We didn't have any electricity, there's no television, and there's no fancy things that most people of today call as a necessity. However, we learned to improvise. We have a kerosene lamp when we study at night, we have a transistor radio as our entertainment, and intently listen to the adventures of Scimitar every night. And for young ones who do not know who Scimitar is, you better ask your parents who he was. Anyways, I vividly remember all these things like it was yesterday, because for me, those are good memories. Now, getting to school every day was also a challenge in itself. We would have to get up very early in the morning, usually at 5 a.m., allowing ample time to traverse the rice field by foot for about 30 minutes, and then catch a tricycle for another half an hour in order to catch another jeepney for another half an hour. And at night after school, we would have to do the same ordeal. We have to get a jeepney, a tricycle, and then walk for half an hour just to get to the house. And walking in the middle of the dark in the rice field is not fun at all. If you're not careful, you will lose your slippers under the mud, or worse, fell off the dike, which happened to me a couple of times. I have done this daily routine of walking for my entire elementary years. Now, I'm not mentioning and sharing my stories of difficulties during my childhood to elicit pity, but rather to enlighten some people who may think that their 30 minutes ride or 30 minutes walk to school is too far or inconvenient. Life lesson number 1. Too much convenience kills a person's determination and resilience. The other thing that I would like to mention was that growing up being poor did not bring sad memories. And in fact, I remember so much joy during my childhood. Rather than those hard times, it was all happiness that was retained in my mind. Even when all we had on the plate was a choice between a cup of rice or soy sauce or a cup of rice and coffee, it was not a big deal because at least we know we still have those 2 choices, and others may not. But my memories of childhood was the vast rice field where I could play with my kite or catch fireflies at night. But the best memory that I remember are the bonfires that I spent with my siblings and my parents every night. I hope you look back at your childhood also and find that happiness that really do not equate or do not has something to do with the financial or material things. The best thing in life are the ones that you spend with your own family, with people that you care.
Life lesson number 2, being poor does not equate to being sad. Now in high school, my interests were in writing and technical drafting. So when I was about to apply for college, I told my mom that I would like to take up architecture. But my mom sat me down and said, Jasper, we don't have any money to buy all the material things in architecture. So you better take up nursing instead. So I complied, and I realized that my mom told me that because I had to recycle the things of my brother, who was in nursing school at the time already. So I had to recycle all the books, all the shoes, uniforms, pretty much everything. But while in college, I also continued what I was passionate about. I started to write for the school paper until I became the editor-in-chief of the university publication. My mom was also very thankful that I did because as an editor, I was having 100% scholarship for my tuition, so I didn't have to pay for anything. And that was a relief for my mom. However, I remember missing so many clinical duties at the hospital because I was always either at the press conference or at press work. But I have no regrets because I have met so many amazing people and a lot of friends along the way. I'm sure that there are some of you here graduating today with a degree which probably was not your initial choice. But if you look back now, you'll realize that college or even graduate school is not about the academics, but the amazing people that you met and became close friends. You would never have met them if you stayed in your initial course. Life lesson number 3, the best part of the trip is not the destination, but the experiences that you share with people along the way. Anyways, after my graduation in college, I couldn't even get a job. There was just so much unemployment at the time for nurses because of the backlog of retrogression in the United States, as well as the conflict in the Middle East. So I decided I would try my luck in Manila, so I went there and I applied to almost every single job that I could find, only to find out that I was being turned down for every single one of them. So instead of just laying around doing nothing, I enrolled at UP Diliman and obtained my certificate in professional education in order for me to take the licensure exam for teachers, or LET. So my first real job was not as a nurse, but as a teacher in a Montessori school in Alabang. And I continued my education career, and I was able to teach at a private school, and then eventually in a public high school or DepEd. I went back to school and got my Master's of Arts in Education, also at Beacon University. And after I completed my degree, I was able to be invited back by my own alma mater to teach at the College of Nursing. So for those of you who are graduating today with their master's degree or doctorate degree, let me assure you that those degrees will open up so many opportunities for you as it did on mine. Now I look back at so many job denials that I had and how it guided me to where I am now. I realized that if I get accepted in the job that I applied before, I probably would not be where I am at the moment. So for those graduates who are starting to get those no's or sorry you're not chosen for the job, don't forget life lesson number 4. Rejections are opportunities that are camouflaged. Finally, in 2004, there was this ad in the national paper looking for nursing faculty to pursue a Master's of Science in Nursing in the United States for a full scholarship. I applied and I was one of the 11 lucky scholars who got sent to the US. After obtaining my second master's degree in 2007, I decided I still wanted to continue teaching, so I became adjunct professor at various universities in the United States. And at that point, I realized that I need to get my doctorate degree, so I applied at Yale University, which is an Ivy League institution. Now let me tell you, I was almost 99% certain that I would not get into the program. And I'm saying that because the doctorate in nursing practice at the time was newly opened by Yale. And whoever's gonna be accepted are the pioneer graduates of the program. And there were only 12 slots open. They received hundreds of applications, and from that they trimmed it down to 50 applicants invited for interview. I was so ecstatic after I learned that I was part of those 50 who received the invitation for an interview. I went there and was very nervous because there was like 5 professors in a panel asking different questions. However, one question really stood out for me, and the panelist asked, "What do you think makes you stand out from other applicants vying for the spot here at Yale?" And my answer was heartfelt. I told the panel that I'm not only a nurse, but I'm also a writer. I told them that my experiences in college, being the editor-in-chief of the university paper, and the press conferences I attended, made me a well-rounded person. I even showed them a portfolio of all the published articles that I neatly kept in a binder. And they passed it around, and they were quite impressed. And the rest was history. I became Yale's 2015 inaugural class graduate of the DNP program with a specialization in health policy and leadership. And currently, I'm back in school for my second doctorate, and this time in nursing education at another Ivy League institution, a Teachers College in Columbia University in New York. So for those graduating today, please know that there are no limits to your dreams. If you look back on yourself many years ago, you probably would not have thought that you were going to be here today. It seemed too impossible, right? But look at yourself now. You are graduating with a law degree, a doctorate, a master's, a bachelor's. You all should be very proud of yourself. That is certainly not a small feat. And that's my life lesson number 5. There's nothing wrong to dream big as long as you are willing to work hard for it. And finally, I want to conclude my message by sharing the most important lesson in life for me. In whatever success or accolades that I have received throughout my career, there's one common denominator in all of them: my teachers. I am not where I am today if not for my teachers. There are so many of them. I remember vividly my elementary teacher who called me to recite because somehow she could read my mind that I know the answer. I would not be where I am today if not for my high school teacher who piled so many novels and literature to read so I could become a better writer. I would not be where I am today if not for my college professor who made me repeat clinical procedure over and over and instilled in me the notion that the life of people are in my hands, so therefore I need to do things correctly. I stand taller because my teachers put a pedestal underneath my feet. In case you'll ask me who my favorite teacher is, I actually have one. She was my home economics teacher in my second year high school, and she taught our class how to bake, cook, cross-stitch, whatnot. She was tough as well. I remember I ended up having a arm cast for about 3 months because of a bad fall. But apparently that was not a good enough reason for her to ask me to submit all other requirements, because she said that I still can move my wrist and I can hold the needle, so I have to still do my cross-stitching. I thought that was so unrealistic, and I wanted to complain to my mother, but only to realize that she's actually my mother and also my home economics teacher. So you will realize why my mother is my favorite teacher of all time. She raised single-handedly 7 of us, and we all became professionals. Nevertheless, you all should look back at your teachers, because without them, you would not achieve what you have achieved now. They will continue to cheer for you. And for those teachers who gave you a hard time, trust me, deep inside, they do care for you. And finally, nothing will become possible without the help of your family, your friends, and your belief in God, however you perceive Him to be. They are your constants, your true north, your life's anchor. Don't lose them. Embrace them. Life lesson number 6, a grateful heart brings abundance, meaning, and direction. In conclusion, I would like to reiterate the 6 life lessons that you must not forget. First, too much convenience kills a person's determination and resilience. Second, being poor does not equate to being sad. Third, the best part of the trip is not the destination, but the experiences you share with people along the journey. Fourth, rejections are opportunities that are camouflaged. Fifth, there's nothing wrong to dream big as long as you are willing to work hard for it. And finally, a grateful heart brings abundance, meaning, and direction. I hope I was able to share with you my experiences and hope that some of it resonate with you as you pursue your dreams and take your unique journey. Always remember, the journey is what is most important rather than the destination itself. Don't forget to create memories. You savor it, enjoy it. You are here because you have a purpose. Be blessed, and congratulations to each and every one of you.
Dr. Nora Elizabeth F. Manikis, Vice President for Research, Extension, and Linkages.
Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Nueva Cáceres takes honor and pride to impose upon you this hood, the ultimate symbol of the respective degrees you have completed. The hood is a symbol of your profession. Wear it with dignity. Live up to its expectations, and let it remain pure and untarnished. It is a covenant that will bind you to your alma mater. May this ever be your guide in the exercise of your profession, with integrity, prudence, and justice. Congratulations to all of you.
The Graduate Honors. Gray Feather Award, Jose A. Chavez Jr., Doctor of Education, Major in Educational Management. Ferdinand P. Francisco, Master of Arts in English. Magna Cum Laude, Ana Marie B. De Villa, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. Cum Laude, Maria Teresa A. Morco, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Major in Financial Management. Miel Carlo R. Reganit, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Lani P. Guevara, Bachelor of Secondary Education, Major in Social Studies. Sheila May M. Nullora, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. Kathleen R. Albos, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Major in Marketing Management. School of Graduate Studies. Doctor of Philosophy, Major in Behavioral Management. Arcilia Salvador Jr. Cavite, Naga City, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Castro Ronnie Villamora, Naga City, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Doloroso Zaida Brazal, Magarao, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Pusi Carmi Brasino, Naga City. Sabaupan Felisa Latorre, Naga City, Best Paper Awardee and Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Doctor of Education, Major in Educational Management. Agudo Jesse Roses, Naga City. Palmedina Venus Tormes, Pili. Banta Michael Lumabaw, Pasacao. Peloro Lehay Betchayda, San Fernando. Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Chavez Jose Jr. Asay, Tinambak. Gray Feather Awardee, highest GWA Awardee, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Competente Ronel Joseph Trasena, Naga City, Best Paper Awardee and Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Gaza Joy San Buenaventura, Kamaligan. Obias Erwin Prado, Naga City, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Master of Arts in Education, Major in Educational Leadership and Management. Alibuzo Glory B. Relignado, Lupi. Brugada Rosaline Parde, Tinambak, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Bausas Ruby Chua, Kamaligan. Lagarde Zandra Delfino, Tinambak. Margate Diana Lumabaw, San Fernando. Pado Fremelin III Barde, Naga City. Pilyogo Ryan Bunaw, Kanakman. Tanaw-Tanaw Salvacion Zabala, Milaor. Master of Arts in Education, Major in Educational Management. Claro Mariel Tuy, Milaor. Constantino Lily Jane Sambo, Sangay. Master of Arts in Education, Major in Guidance and Counseling. Agagad Maylene Luces, Pamplona. Agtoka Sarah Jane Noble, Pamplona. Kakatian Jemima Elvira, San Fernando. Malanyaon Dante Segundo, Calabanga, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Siscar Christine De Jesus, Naga City, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Master of Arts in Education, Major in Special Education. Francis John Cyrus Brutas, Panganiban, Catanduanes. Garucha Sarina Joy Antones, Legazpi City. Master of Arts in English. Balid Angeline Mirando, Pili, Best Paper Awardee and Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Despuig Abigail Sanchez, Naga City. Francisco Ferdinand Palarca, Labo, Camarines Norte, Gray Feather Awardee and Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Godoy Lyra Pagayunan, Naga City, Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Perez Joanna Marie Buita, Pili, Master of Arts in Filipino, Major in Language and Literature. Ofemia Marites Acubera, Naga City. Pasco Ruth Villano, Pili. Tiaba Zandro Paulo Saquilio, Naga City, highest GWA Awardee and Excellence in Oral Defense Awardee. Master of Arts in Teaching Mathematics. Arnaldo Reynaldo Jr. Castillo, Calabanga. Archaga Ariel Jr. Velasco, Pamplona. Caballas Ismael Villate, Lopez, Quezon. Master in Library Science. Acuña Eden de Juras, Legazpi City. Master in Business Administration. Villegas Gemma Abejero, Naga City. Master of Science in Environmental Science, Major in Chemistry, Biology. Ariola Hilda Genevieve Malanaon, Calabanga. Master of Science in Environmental Science, Major in General Science Education. Mindoro Michelle Santok, Libmanan. Plaza Christopher Tobato, Daet, Camarines Norte. Tambis Celso Jr. Tipones, Milaor. School of Law, Juris Doctor. Abanes Alisa Mary John Penlock, Naga City. Abogado Manuel Francis Dayupay, Canaman. Arevalo Melanie Auri, Rangaya, Bombon. Banse Kimberly Manguera, Iriga City. Baroma Bayaan Paga, Goa. Barameda Nestle Obias, Tinambak. Barosa Paul John Fortuna, Naga City. Bernarte Dominic Imperial, Naga City. Brasia Debra Bajola, Baaw. Rohan Marilyn Salva, Naga City. Cáceres Frances Claire Ramones, Naga City. Cáceres Mary May Zamora, Naga City. Calleja Mary Ann Reyes, Naga City. Shelo May Ann Ingua, San Fernando. Colar Mila Sabio, Naga City. Cordez Anadon Shilami Parale, Milaor. Cypress Andres Jr. Samar, Iriga City. Jocareza Hazel Oliva, Naga City. Ditan Arnel Jr. Balyevar, Naga City. D. Maria Catherine Zaragoza, Naga City. Ebora Kabawatan Ronimi Ann Landiza, Naga City. Echano Cyril Lois Velasco, Pili. Formaran Juris Pablo V, Gatasilo, Naga City. Herman Michael Dan Obregon, Naga City. Gonzaga Tapel Juvelin Cado, Pili. Gulpan Jeza Cyril Almodiel, Naga City. Hortal Ted Langkaon, Buhi. Llorente Adrian Dotilios, Iriga City. Mariano Maria Cristina Panes, Naga City. Mariano Paul Andrew San Juan, Gainza. Marpuri Erwin Inigo, Kamaligan. Marpuri Norin Carmela Oida, Pili. Montales Shana Marie Oropeza, Legazpi City. Oatemar Saidi May Ojada, Buhi. Pasiona Lian Julia Capini, Naga City. Peña Mariel Valerio, Bagamanok, Catanduanes. Pontanares Julian Odavar, Nabwa. Kides Ediza Lynn David, Naga City. Remoroso Cristina Casandra de Leon, Naga City. Reyes Angelica May Aquino, Lagunoy. Romero Romarian Rosaura, Naga City. Sabaliege Roy Pablo Tres Reyes, Naga City. Salcedo Princess Anne Dominic Tena, Canacman. Sergio Ilona J. Pastoral, Nabwa. Takbianan Berinya Grace Ann Carillo, San Fernando. Tan Eunice Kiyok, Naga City. Vargas Ivy Marelia Peña, Iriga City. Villacruel Edsel Rabang, Naga City. Villanueva Christian Mary Pangan, Minalabang. Wong Romeo Lorenzo Fuentebella, Canacman. Zamudio Karen Moreno, Lagunoy. College of Engineering and Architecture, Bachelor of Science in Architecture. Abehar Sheena Sakabon, Bombon. Abengoza Boy Alj Pilapil, Sipokot. Abner Faye Gihan Madrideo, Naga City. Altar Edward Joseph Griego, Naga City. Ambas Brent Agne, Naga City, Loyalty Awardee. Antonio Christine Ornido, Naga City. Baraero Frances Rose Cleofe, Baao. Baranuelo Raymond Alano, Naga City. Bayrante Jessamay Uvero, Ocampo. Besorde Tom Joshua Lim, Tigaon. Brito Edwin Dwight Tatel, Milaor, Loyalty Awardee. Buensalida John Paul Bragais, Pili. Bufete Joshua Antonio III Magtibay, Ragay. De Los Angeles Rico San Joaquin, Milaor. Juneda Romel Vida, Naga City. Durante Tricia Monique Palo, Libmanan. Elpa Neil Andre Agato, Pili. Falabi John Paul Mahilong, Naga City. Federizon Jaime Jr. Camba, Milaor. Gabalfin Jerome Lagante, Buhi. Guevara Jola Marie Giabia, Libmanan. Ginhawa Kevin Christopher Brioso, Naga City. King Dennis Ilan, Naga City. Laurente Richie Mark Iti, Milaor. Lucenia Russell Joy Estrada, Pili. Malinaw Rosette Bodoy, Libmanan. Nacario Nicole Molina, Mercedes Camarines Norte. Nilo Shaira Patricia Angeline Balbuena, Pili. Orit Annabel Valles, Capalonga Camarines Norte. Osea Marian Adriana Pangindian, Canakman. Palo Suzette Pelayo, Libmanan. Pardiñas Riza May Maroliano, Naga City. Plandaño Christine Joy Moreno, Libmanan. Kinaw Vincent Joseph Esclibano, San Fernando. Quiñano Wendell William Salvador, Naga City. Relato Andrew Villarta, Owas Albay. Rayola Mary Grace Belmonte, Naga City. Rock Jerickson Navarroza, Naga City. Rodriguez Jason Cormalejo, Naga City. San Lorenzo Crisame Garcia, Naga City. Sarte Dan Christopher Belleza, Naga City. Secundo Seth Gabalfin, Buhi. Serrano John Crispin Abiera, Daet Camarines Norte. Tagumata Christopher Sibuk, Pili. Talay Agapito Lloyd Leron, Libmanan. Vargas Joyce Ann Colinares, Libmanan. Zantua Lian Nolasco, Naga City. Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Reganit Miel Carlo Rodriguez, Calabanga, Class Valedictorian and Cum Laude. Abad Kenneth James San Agustin, San Fernando. Abad Sofia Belleca, Tigao. Abiog Lilian Padios, Naga City. Acosta April Salvador, Naga City. Agapito Mary Irish K. Ibarreta, Pili. Agna Nino Angelo Tan, Naga City. Agorita Joel Jet Buensalida, Canacman. Aguilar Bobby Liena, Canacman. Aguilar Nicole Angel Catherine Pado, Sipocot. Albus Mary Allen Valle, Goa. Antonio Jean Franz Beruño, Magarao. Arboleda Jumar Laporte, Basud, Camarines Norte. Arreglado Angelo Pelias, San Jose. Armea Rodolfo VII Cortez, Naga City. Aureos Eliza Joy, Libmanan. Bajola Chrysler Peñas, Baao. Bailey Jemilu Dolar, Naga City. Balisoro Jim Lastica, Naga City. Balubalo Maria Jayada Beleno, Calabanga. Bardon Dither Lagumen, Labo, Camarines Norte. Baroma Kenneth Nacion, Pasacao. Belale Fatima Flores, Naga City. Belgica Randy Dolores, San Fernando. Bermas Alain Mark Corporal, Pili. Bogayan Sherwin Connell, Pili. Bongapat Reina Felin, Naga City. Bongon Christopher Melante, Canacman. Bonita Joey Reyes, Naga City. Borromeo Carlo J. Rabina, Polangi, Albay. Botardo Jim Rose Alegre, Baao. Briones Ruel Tipones, Pasacao. Brizuela Jessica Vargas, Naga City. Brown Chloe Aldave, Tagkawayan, Quezon. Buendia Elaine Erica Severa, Naga City. Cambronero Kim Jaira Villalon, Labo, Camarines Norte. Camila Aileen Babasa, Iriga City. Cantorne Muriel Sanchez, Calabanga. Cheng Joseph Clinton Lim, Naga City. Clavo Fritzi Corrales, Naga City. Ko Mary Ann Austin Bolocon, Kanakman. Corpus Mary Grace Sales, Naga City. Cortez Lilian Merandilla, Sipocot. Cortez Bon Ryan Alabata, Calabanga. Danila Georgia Rosantina, San Fernando. Daria J. Ronan Cabusas, Daet, Camarines Norte. Dasigan Doniel Husayan, Naga City. Dayo Kimberly Sola, Naga City. De Los Santos Jesus Jr. Arcas, Naga City. Del Rosario Vanessa Senosin, Pamplona. De la Cruz Ray Cabahug, San Pascual, Masbate. Doblado Mark Lester Pelayo, Canacman. Ebio Lori Ann Guantes, Naga City. Ebuenga Charles Adrian Ecalnir, Sipocot. Escobar Danica Rulete, Magarao. Estonido Vincent Cortez, Tinambak. Fajardo Brian James Buenafe, Pili. Falcon Niña Rica Bernabe, Calabanga. Francisco Jonathan Valle, Naga City. Frias Generine Tendenilla, Camaligan. Frias Ray Vincent Agorita, Canacman. Gagero Xavier Azanya, Naga City. Gaspi May Joy Casais, Naga City. Gavino Alaisa Jean Antonio, Naga City. Gianan Jodela Del Moro, Siruma. Gonzales Eric Velarde, Pamplona. Giling Michelle Panaligan, Naga City. Gutierrez Jandra Charis Samarista, Camaligan. Gutierrez Roylan Klein Caganda, Naga City. Jufancia Wena Joyce Barbecho, Caramoan. Ignacio Savannah Grace Basera, Naga City. Imperial Raymond Buendia, Pamplona. Joviliano Leon Era Tidon, Bombon. La Torre Abigail Retardo, Sipocot. Loqueliano Gerard Cesar Añez, Lupi. Madronio Annette Micaela Soliman, Sipocot. Malate Ruth Ann Endrano, Calabanga. Malipot Jordan Asuncion, Masbate City. Malye Severiano Arthur Nantes, Tigaon. Manalo Marie Angelica Saldivar, Canacman. Marshal Diana Oliver, Lagunoy. Marjolino Christopher John Pacardo, Naga City. Mendoza Clyde Benedict Alarcon, Naga City. Metran Jovien Tapawan, Naga City. Motos El Cid Mark Borromeo, Pili. Musiko Carla Elena Sacabon, Bombon. Nacario Remigio Alan Ordonez, Iriga City. Nopre Jonard Jake Ragas, Kamaligan. Olarve Jet Francis Peñones, Buhi. Oliva Mailfrid Santiago, Milaor. Omorog May Tricia Iglesia, Baaw. Ortiz Megan Angelica Quintela, Naga City, Loyalty Awardee. Ossie J. Carlo Matokto, Ligmanan. Palisok Thomas Anthony Contemplacion, Pili. Palmiano Jeff Allen de los Reyes, Naga City, Loyalty Awardee. Parale Weng Patrick Espejo, Daet Camarines Norte. Paulino Arvin Felices, Libmanan. Payago Vanessa May Servino, Bombon. Peliosis Rika May Yukim, Kamaligan. Plopino Karina K. Magistrado, Iriga City. Prado Mark Arthur Roblas, Naga City. Purisima Samantha Isabella Sabio, Olangi Albay. Kidor Grace Lizardo, Minalabak. Racines Regine Angel, Naga City. Ragodon Jean Francis Cresini, Kanakman. Razal Christian Marie Macalya, Pili. Refugia Jinky Caceres, Naga City. Regnim Baji Hossein Ong, Naga City. Ren Regine Wallace, Ragay. Resonto Aimee Ginoo, Minalabak. Rifarial Jonathan Morata, Pamplona. Rodero Christine Joy Tanael, Tinambak. Romero John Hill Palisa, Pasacao. Rubio Marie Francois Adlin Labandero, Naga City. San Buenaventura Mark Ruben Largoza, Naga City. San Pascual Aiza Sanchez, Naga City. Santiago Ellen Claire Quining, Sipocot. Segundo Jeneline San Antonio, Buhi. Serrano Jesly Ablay, Naga City. Seton Diana Rose Aguilar, Naga City. Severo Charissa May Arroyo, Kanakman. Solano Harold Elia, Magarao. Soriano Luis Christian Evangelista, Libmanan. Tomeño Jenny Liaban, Bula. Triunfante Mika Brimon, Naga City. Vargas Fershan Shea Buen, Calabanga. Velarde Rosette Eris, Tinambak. Velasco Christine Joy Rivera, Magarao. Verdejo Daniel Louis Aldecoa, San Jose. Vilguera Arvin Toralio, Ocampo. Villamora Maria Francesca Sagala, Naga City. Villaraza Nicole Villanueva, Magarao. Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Azanias Gerard Lotera, Calabanga. Dimakulangan Noldlin Banyas, Pamplona. Dulong Joshua Buena, Naga City. Espera Aljon Paul San Buenaventura, Naga City, Loyalty Awardee. Estalio John Dale Sapal, Nabwa. Kimpol Crisia May Lorejo, Pili. Macaltao Meljan Tolentino, Ragay. Ordaz Brian Benedict Sales, Kamaligan. Sakulo Jessamay Malate, Pili. Villaseñor Daniel Saquillo, Naga City. Verata Jodens Sabaulan, Ragay. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Adam Carl Joshua Brimbuela, Daet Camarines Norte. Busmeñe Edgardo III Paqueo, Tigaon. De la Cruz Cresanta Madriñan, Libmanan. Ebio Jason Nolasco, Naga City. Esquera Jose Jr. Obillas, San Jose. Guevara Gerald Gonzalez, Magarao. Halata Angelo Vallejo, Vinsons Camarines Norte. Judilia Raymond Joseph Ruadiel, Minalaba. Marjolino John Kenneth Pacardo, Naga City. Navea John Carlos Mejorado, Naga City. Nicolasora John Michael Federis, Naga City. Peñas John Nico Agpoon, Naga City. Priela Cleo MacArthur Jr., Alimagno, Naga City. Sadi James Bernard Borromeo, Iriga City. Iturralde Sai Ray Paje, Pili. Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Balisoro John Matthew Ereño, Pili. Brazil Jonel Cantavieja, Pili. Calano Diowin Valenzuela, Paracale, Camarines Norte. Cantorne Juco Rafael, Calabanga. De Jesus Juvie Samson, Naga City. Filio Judicel Barquilla, Milaor. Hob Tricia May Fandino, Naga City. Martinez Mark Joseph Canaria, Milaor. Montalvo Janelle Maris Macalino, Sipocot. Moso Patricia Jamie Salvacion, Sipocot. Ogsomer John Paul Reales, Calabanga. Ongkeko Mark Tonton Opeñano, Naga City. Otero Joyven Pasive, Goa. Ronda Riza Lois Hovellano, Pili. Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Aguja Neil Vincent Negrete, Iriga City. Alforte Luigi Briles, Naga City. Arche John Carlos San Jose, Naga City. Ariño Glenn Sarto, Naga City. Archaga Clinton Castilla, Ragay. Aureliano Felisa Cleo Denise Ablanida, Naga City. Azur Junaz Monge, Iriga City. Balane Paul Justin Makalintal, Naga City. Baluyo Augusto III Orolfo, Naga City. Bare Alan Arthur Noora, San Fernando. Borromeo Wilhelm Balayboa, Ocampo. Carillo Mark J. Lagua, Libmanan. Cruzado Ronnie Mercado, Ragay. Datoon Mary Antoinette Martinez, Canakman. De la Peña Lister Perez, Naga City. De la Peña Vince Otic, San Pascual, Masbate. Dimaano Dionel Alphonse Tible, Lipa City, Batangas. Doblon Samantha Coronel, San Fernando. Durante Bea Vanet Palo, Libmanan. Espera John Jonathan, Pili. Espeso J. Paulo Imperial, Naga City. Espinelli Neil Cáceres, Lupi. Frago Camille Sefrioto, Ocampo. Francisco Ken Serrano, Libmanan. Furtado Mario Silva Makasaya, Bato. Garchitorena Erica Joyce Fernandez, Naga City. Genyoso Jose Marie Jaire Adrias, Naga City. Habana Brian James Langitan, Naga City. Lanyada Herman Cesar Coldes, Naga City. Lim John Paul Loberes, Naga City. Lontok Ian Gerald Marantal, Sipocot. Mendoza Babylin Violante, Ragay. Olazo Chloe Faye Solano, Naga City. Panambo Jim Leonardo, Baaw. Plaza JV Ryan Cuerdo, Minalaba. Rapinian Joshua Apa, Minalaba. Rutaquio Kurt Mernard Alcaide, Libmanan. Sagun Ezekiel Ace Manyala, Libmanan. Sumayop Mark Kevin Lustado, Sipokot. Toscano Eric De Vera, Naga City. Vida Clarice Babelonia, Milaor. College of Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Abad Ariel Denise Manlani, Naga City. Abilay Janice Gonzaga, Kamaligan. Agontong Jamal Piston, Naga City. Barbacena Geraldine Joy Medenilia, Naga City. Barrios Janice Cafe, San Fernando. Codillo Jonelyn Deseo, Iriga City. De la Merced Jolan May Moralde, Bombon. Delphine Gila Rose Bronyosa, Buhi. Elona Mary Ann Dominic Escudero, Kasiguran, Sorsogon. Ermita Lia Edrin Azuela, Pili. Fernandez Reynalyn Narbato, Naga City. Fernandez Fernando Jr. Simbulan, Napua. Galan Maria Eleanor Clariño, Bombon. Galgal Adelaine Hiponya, Naga City. Justo Mary Joy Moralde, Bombon. Maglana Noe Abalye, Calabanga. Marcorde Edwin Joseph Alvarez, Pili. Orsini Daisy Lourdes Morico, Naga City. Paronda Marian Erica Galan, Pili. Quidoles Edgel Reganit, Naga City. Quijano Samuel Antonio Milaor. Rontas Algura Cheryl Ann Pares, Naga City. Santillan Dominic Tesoro, Pili. Texon Brian Mark Acerdano, Naga City. College of Criminal Justice Education, Bachelor of Science in Criminology. Benjola Arvin Jr. Romano, Naga City. Bergonio Jimuel Bolima, Tigaon. Briones Christopher Laideros, Libon Albay. De los Reyes Alcris Rios, Tinambak. De los Santos Jerry Arligue, Canakman. Espera Ruth Arimado, Canakman. Malate Michael John Vidalio, Libmanan. Panganiban Benhar de la Cruz, Naga City. Patiam Bernard Red, Libon Albay. Pielago Francis Joseph Bartolome, Sangay. Rabaya April Grace Regala, Pasakaw. Samar Juaner J.R. Hernandez, Pili. San Pablo Rogelio Jr. Año Nuevo, Libmanan. Soreta Sonny Jr. Parde, Bula. Toledano Joshua Serrano, Naga City. Villaflor Joshua Dasco, Naga City. Yocampo Julia Mariz Ortenero, Canacman. College of Computer Studies, Associate in Computer Technology. Aguilar Maria Zancha Paite, Naga City. Balbuena Lowell Busili, Sipocot. Dilag Femi Gail Festin, Libmanan. Duazo Mona Lisa Villa Flores, Pili. Gepayo Raven Menes, Pamplona. Mabulay Hana Acero, Canacman. Malinaw Mary Elaine Monzon, Naga City. Manaog Angelica Madrigal, Milaor. Mejeldea Carl Justin Tongco, Pili. Refer Eliza May Laviste, Daet Camarines Norte. Bachelor of Library and Information Science. Bonso Syra Oro, Pilar Sorsogon. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Acebuche Ivy Gwyneth Andrade, Ragay. Alsum James Evan Camilo, Naga City. Andrade Justin Azotea, Naga City. Bequilio Diosdado Jr. Chocson, Goa. Breboneria Catherine Nicole Serio, Kamaligan. Kanyet Kent Zalaide Gonzalez, Ragay. Dimakulangan Kenley Banyas, Pamplona. Dizon Nicole Ray Armendi, Naga City. Gepayo Raven Menes, Pamplona. Mejeldea Carl Justin Tongco, Pili. Rania Aidan John Agagay, Gainza. Turbio Carl Bangiran, Naga City. Tercero Jerry Elevado, Nabua. Bachelor of Science in Information Systems. Balila Benji Buenaflor, Naga City. Hernandez Mark Porteria, Magarao. Legaspi John Philip Nang P, Canacman. Cias Justin North San Juan, Naga City. Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Alquero Christian Buelia, Libmanan. Azanyes Ezequias Lotera, Calabanga. Bahilio Gio Verdadero, Calabanga. Barbolino Jules Justin Cesbreño, Naga City. Benamira J. Halimao, Labo, Camarines Norte. Bobier Ivan Percival Eduardo, Naga City, Loyalty Awardee. Borja Paul Mark Briones, Pili. Bronzal Mark Angelo Benitez, Calabanga. Bronzal Peter John Benitez, Calabanga. Cano Robert Earl de Los Angeles, Milaor. De Guzman Raymond Ferrer, Naga City. Diswanko John Benedict Flor, Naga City. Duazo Mona Lisa Villa Flores, Pili. Españo Adrian Gruta, Cuban Sorsogon. Guillermo Christian Philip Nopre, Magarao. Lozano Richard Segara, Naga City. Malapo Jerry Miguel, Pili. Marshall Mark Angelo, Naga City. Nunez Marlon Rosalin, Pili. Oliver Jose John Oreya, Cabusao. Ong Marvin San Andres, Cabusao. Paha John Kenneth Liegado, Minalabak. Panganiban Michelle Espina, Calabanga. Payungayong Arnel Joshua Oconer, Naga City. Peña Jessa Frago, Pili. Perez Oriel Miko Babasa, Naga City. Pron Jimwell Cepeda, Calabanga. Ragos Carla May Villanueva, Iriga City. Riva Jade de los Santos, Naga City. Rubis Lawrence Bequilio, Naga City. Ruscha Mark Paulo Higa, Calabanga. Samson Christine Joy Camacho, Calabanga. San Agustin Rene Jr. Camarote, Milaor. Saniel Natanya Dehita, Lupi. Sarte Jefferson Jr. Calya, Naga City. Teodoro Christine Jade Asi, Naga City. Valencia Joshua Escobar, Pili. Valencia Nathaniel Escobar, Pili. Vida John Marson Masagnay, Milaor. College of Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Po Edwin Lim, Tigaon. Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Abellera Noel Alaon, Pasacao. Andes Benedict Solosa, Ocampo. Banyaria Catherine Garcia, Baaw. Burse Christine Joy Alemania, Calabanga. Kalangi Mark Esteban Balatan, Kamaligan. Carbonel Benjeline Naz, Naga City. Castro Sandra Kinday, Legazpi City. Celis Neri Grace de Guzman, Naga City. Floranza Sigfred Nagales, Naga City. Garchitorena Tom Michael Foliante, Naga City. Hernandez Yenara Bartolo, Pili. Librando Kenneth Nara, Buhi. Manalang Nanette Avila, Naga City. Mesa Zairi Obrero, Nabua. Navo Christian Teñoso, Bulag. Olano Maria Raiza Roquid, Naga City. Portugal Camille Bustamante, Calabanga. Ramirez Romy Ventura Binamira, Bakakay Albay. Robles Lee Sam Galona, Pili. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, Encila Samuel James Amasa, Naga City. College of Education, Bachelor of Elementary Education. Abad Nelly Talento, Canakman. Abarientos Angelica Bron, Libmanan. Abarientos Celeste Marcaida, Kamaligan. Abelinde April May Adayo, Tinambak. Alegre Yofresina Zamora, Minalabak. Asis Greherin Salapar, Naga City. Baal Margie Fuentes, Minalabak. Balibar Joy Reginaldo, Bulag. Bilbao Maria Antoinette Manalio, Pamplona. Cornelio Danica Gay Carumba, Naga City. Cortez Georgie De Vera, Canakman. De Castro Darlene Garcia, Canakman. De Lima Joyce Filio, Bulag. De Los Santos Bruce Andrew Paja, Minalabak. De la Cruz Arvin Vite, Minalabak. De la Cruz Angelica Claire Leonor, Naga City. Eriño Felipe Jr. Benosa, Naga City. Gime Jacqueline Sibo, Pili. Ibarientos Karen Joven, Ocampo. Lara Lizelle Rivero, Presentacion. Malanyaon Maricar Celis, Calabanga. Martija Diana Teresa Bonto, Sipocot. Medrano Karen Ann Baguio, Canakman. Mendez Abigail Bolo, Naga City. Moral Princess Angela Seyas, Magarao. Nitura Mary Angelica Agbay, Minalabak. Nulian Josephine Marco, Milaor. Oliva Shara Jane Cleofas, Naga City. Palomares Alexis de la Dia, Naga City. Panganiban Gleza Cordes, Naga City. Paredes Aimee Apolinario, Pamplona. Peralta Laarni Carino, Pamplona. Perez Donna Almira Montañez, San Fernando. Perico Jelma Gonzalez, Lagunoy. Pésimo Maria Clarice Ann Gorimbao, Presentacion. Racing Marlon Carillo, Magarao. Reganit Jerry May Cari, Calabanga. Ricafranca Sarmaine Pontejos, Camaligan. Ruadil Jessica Navalle, Ilaor. Salcedo Maria Francia Soreta, Bula. Sayat Anami Balyevar, Bula. Serrano Jana Mariel Revina, Naga City. Tandaan Angela May Abordo, Tinambak. Uy Barreta Joshua Halyores, Baaw. Valenzuela Leo Belen, Minalabak. Valsorable Lynn Sina Borja, Naga City. Vasquez Cesan Bustarga, Naga City. Vasquez Shara Portia, Tinambak. Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in Special Education. Albino Nicole Neri Abejero, Cabusao. Esperida Emanet Nebreja, Naga City. Haushan Julian Olili, Lidmana. Bachelor of Physical Education, major in Sports and Wellness Management. Benavides Reggie Zamora, Siruma. Dolores Cecil Labodit, San Fernando. Soliman Vanessa, Nabwa. Bachelor of Secondary Education, Biological Science. Bolvar Mark Hill Modino, San Fernando. Bachelor of Secondary Education, English. Asuhan Maria Jessa Ogmar, Naga City. Azotilio Jinky Toyado, Camaligan. Bobis Jessa Tuyo, Pasacao. Borabo Karen Poliga, Magarao. Borja Maureen Portia Dulong, Bombon. Canabal Luningning Abayon, Camaligan. Colloquit Lori May Panis, Naga City. De Loyola Charlene Impoy, Pasacao. De Mesa Maylin Ebasco, Kanakman. Del Lloro Ashley Endrano, Calabanga. Frago Jacqueline Bongon, Naga City. Fulgar Maria Valerie, Kanakman. Gavara Gerald Kent Israel, Naga City. Juridico Richard Bali, Pili. Pantilo Kevin Narvaez, Kamaligan. Prado Sina Salda, Libmanan. Putong Reuben Clark Orbita, Kamaligan. Suarez Louis Marvin Vicena, Naga City. Tesoro Shane Jeremias, Naga City. Torero Claudine Anzano, Labo, Camarines Norte. Umbria Mary France Adake, Naga City. Bachelor of Secondary Education, Filipino. Madueño Fe de los Santos, Pamplona. Bachelor of Secondary Education, MAPE. Abad Tricia Pearl Elano, Naga City. Adayo Manolito de la Vega, Tigaon. Alde Irene Jokson, Naga City. Ardevela Richard Ian San Lorenzo, Kamaligan. Brillo Sylvia Taule, San Fernando. Kaligan Michael Jefferson Riapor, Naga City. De Matera Jerome Valencia, Naga City. Orias Abigail Pitobo, San Fernando. Orolfo Kit Ivy Caballero, Naga City. Pimpolio Sheila Imperial, San Fernando. Borbolan Princess Lerma Baracena, Baao. Reboya Rian Bea, San Fernando. Rosales Al John Kevin Sabalan, San Fernando. Serrano Edward Mark Alipante, Naga City. Bachelor of Secondary Education, Mathematics. Contante Shaina May Casiano, Ragay. Julianda Carla Monique Henyo, Ragay. Mariscal Marilyn Padua, Calabanga. Soliman Mary Grace Sistoso, Bula. Santa Rosa Cassandra May Tibati, Naga City. Tosok Cassandra Bare, Milaor. Bachelor of Secondary Education, Physical Science. Belano Pearl Catherine Sales, Naga City. Cavite James Paul Obiasca, Minalabak. Bachelor of Secondary Education, Social Studies. Guevara Lani Palino, Pasacao, cum laude. Gutierrez Romel Saba, Naga City. College of Business and Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. De Villa Ana Marie Bico, Calabanga, magna cum laude. Noliora Sheila May Manzano, Milaor, cum laude. Albor Princess Anne Nieva, Paracale, Camarines Norte. Aquino Razenet Hesita, Bato. Aquino Regina May Tugano, Libmanan. Arce Jamaica Edanyo, Magarao. Bajola Olivia Cordova, Calabanga. Bandola Ruby Jane Langitan, Naga City. Beredico Christine May Operio, Sipocot. Bornel Elton J. Banyas, Calabanga. Caruncho Aldwin Carl Quilates, Naga City. Corpus Queenie Joyce Benosa, Naga City. Danabar John Shaina Moldes, Calabanga. Dasalias Janedy Perez, Libmanan. De la Cruz Gerald Gata, Libmanan. De Vera Emir Carlo, Sipocot. Dulce Jenely Bondocoy, Calabanga. Escriba Jessica Pasiona, Bombon. Ferrer Earl Justin Camigla, Calabanga. Huwit Mark Eman Favorito, Ili. Haka Darlene Joyce Valenzuela, Naga City. Joven Patricia Alfonso, Naga City. Layagan Melanie Albo, Milaor. Marasigan Christine Joy, Naga City. Modino Maynard Neil Olituquit, San Fernando. Moldes Glyza Nicole Moral, Naga City. Nisorada Alfrench Dolong, Bombon. Pelayo Shirley Ann Evangelista, Libmanan. Perez Joyce, Magarao. Kitangon Daniel De Loyola, Camaligan. Remoto Maria Ana Flores, Caramoan. Rodejo Desa May Aurios, Libmanan. Romero Joy Ebio, Calabanga. San Luis Mary Jo Escaros, Naga City. Sanota Maribel Aquido, Naga City. Sapico Karen Joy Andal, Camaligan. Tam Queenie Kaubang, Naga City. Tognio Mary Jane Perez, Nilaor. Virata Sweetie Rose Saraza, Ragay. Bachelor of Science in Accounting Technology. Abogado Donna Hermogeno, Tinambak. Aguirre Alyaza May Renes, Ragay. Albo Jerisa May Reyes, San Fernando. Alviso Babylin Sakdalan, Naga City. Armada Jennifer, Limanan. Buena Catherine Caballero, Naga City. Dato Zarina Faith Botor, Baal. Del Valle Judy Ann Peñaranda, Ili. Diez Desa Berico, Kamaligan. Faraon Precious Casey D, Sipocor. Florendo Brian Caballero, Canakman. Mariano Maria Ofelia Marina, Pili. Mejorado Alpha Culdora, Naga City. Morada Camille Levina, Pili. Moreno Joyce Ann San Juan, Kamaligan. Pasio James Peter del Puerto, Calabanga. Parada Claire Abelinde, Naga City. Peñas John Riceson Agpoon, Naga City. Reforzado Jinky Bayabay, Libmanan. Tosok Ana May Krisha Abrenica, Magaraw. Dinale Tricia Babot, Baaw. Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. Hakub Judy Ann Salem, Naga City. Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management. Acabado Marizon Giruela, Naga City. Amados Warren Viñas, Naga City. Balderas John Darien Borbe, Pili. Carrascal Francis Casilihan, Naga City. Claveria Marie Cris Rodrigo, Naga City. De Asis Carl Paulo Flores, Libmanan. De Nava Patrick Luis Rito, Naga City. Florendo Edlin Borja, Bombon. Marco Abraham Jr. Nolian, San Fernando. Ponusami Mary Michelle Hiner, Ninalabak. Quintela Jeremy Godfrey Candilosas, Naga City. Bachelor of Science in Travel Management. Abadillos Joan Adonia, Naga City. Briones Azalia Leonidas, Donsol, Sorsogon. Bunyad Micaela Isabel Reyes, Pili. Ledesma Elana Georgia Del Lloro. Presentasyon. Reapor Nicole Nanale, Bula. Vasquez Nilo Castillano, Milaor. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Banking and Finance. Romero Nina Falcon, Calabanga. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Financial Accounting. Antonio Maria Glycy Santiago, Kamaligan. Kamay Austin Mabana, Tigao. Cueto Shena Catherine San Felipe, Sangay. Mendoza Eliza May Lim, Naga City. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Financial Management. Morco Maria Teresa Amo, Kanakman, cum laude. Abad Marife San Agustin, San Fernando. Alfelor Maria Vanessa Azor, Naga City. Almasin Daisy May Resio, Libmanan. Almazan Gretchen Banyeria, Naga City. Alzaga Rosie May Palmones, Naga City. Bachinicha Melissa Parco, Pili. Badong Kate Garcia, Baaw. Balote Gladys Cooper, Naga City. Bare Girly Grace Angkana, Milaor. Belen Mark Frances Bagajong, Magarao. Benedicto Riz Ann Berha, San Fernando. Benosa Erica Bianca Espina, Naga City. Bersilia Femeline Bautista, Minalabak. Bernas Rosel Hadap, Magarao. Betito Ricamay Colico, Naga City. Bongkakas Daniel Arzaga, Naga City. Borbon Julina Pesimo, Lagunoy. Borge Dana Faye Fria, Naga City. Cadores Brian Alin Verdadero, Milaor. Calderon Jemark Aicardo, Del Gallego. Calderon Jeric Aicardo, Del Gallego. Kalupit Dan Rimo Iraula, Ocampo. Canlas Ralph John Abrera, Naga City. Cano Emily Rose Sabalboro, Milaor. Castillet Maria Windy Ampongan, Ocampo. Seya Christian Valeriano, Kamaligan. Cypress Princess Camille Casais, Naga City. Concepcion Eileen Joy Kiong, Basacao. Copones Joan Marie Arejola, Tinambak. Cortesano Gino Palmar, Naga City. De Jesus Rian Ivy Soreda, Naga City. De Los Santos Girly Rose Capoquian, Buhi. Doliente Pamela Grace Gonzalez, Naga City. Domingo Reynold Ibon, Pili. Francisco Leslie Rodriguez, Camaligan. Garces Aiza Marie Coros, San Fernando. Gonzales Gavino Ramon Collantes, Magarao. Ibasco Diana Marie Robosa, Bula. Lagrimas Joy Hernandez, Naga City. Lara Nathaniel Joseph Nebreja, Naga City. Legazpi Marijoy Magbanlak, Milaor. Lim John Michael Sadia, Tigaon. Liagas Jason Arquilla, Libmanan. Luna Gina Relucano, Magarao. Manaog Christian Recto, Naga City. Mandasok Jonel Olvido, Naga City. Manyo Anselmo Baldoza, Naga City. Mape Kimberly Martinez, Naga City. Marco Narens Azur, San Fernando. Marcos Jeru Shan Nacion, Magarao. Mayor Ella Conchas, Naga City. Medina Jonathan David Bonto, Legazpi City. Medrano Janice Salcedo, Canacman. Meriles Gresil Albante, Naga City. Munda April Joy Pansipane, Naga City. Julieta Ira Estonido, Calabanga. Panambo Ara Francesca Sanyano, Naga City. Panuelos Kim Roland Galimba, Tigaon. Paradela Daisy Revella, San Fernando. Parcedes Geraldine Osmeña, Libmanan. Pareñas Lynn Princess Angeles, Gainza. Perol Maika Elijah Mariano, Naga City. Plantado April Maravilla, Pamplona. Poquita Juan Carlos Pajo, Libmanan. Kilario Queen Berlen Basilan, Naga City. Recha Michelle Lienaresas, Libmanan. Rito Maricar Tablizo, Naga City. Rodrigo Manilin Barrera, Magarao. Rodriguez Julian Lavandero, Minalabac. Rubio Alexandra Madrid, Naga City. Loyalty Awardee Ruiz John Giovanni Bien, Naga City. Sanchez Sherilyn May Banyaria, Naga City. Sanduco Maria Shaina Felin, Naga City. Serrano Dennis Jr. Tejada, Daet, Camarines Norte. Cese John Russell Silanga, Naga City. Tadeo Jessa Bermudo, Canaman. Tatel Micaela Kinki, Ocampo. Tolentino Micaela Marie Ocampo, Naga City. Tuazon Josephine Yanga, Naga City. Tunay Marie Joy Garchitorena, Naga City. Tuazon Gino Dulfo, Naga City. Valeras Jomari Manaog, Sangay. Victoria Jessan Carballo, Naga City. Zoilo Israel Ponciano, Naga City. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Marketing Management. Albos Kathleen Red, Naga City, cum laude. Alakdan Myra Gases, Milaor. Alarcon Joan Rodriguez, Naga City. Bueza Gaiza May Agna, Kamaligan. Cabrera Harold Quijano, Naga City. Divison Edwin Refugio, Naga City. Eliana Kimberly Caleta, Canaman. Estrada Carl Kenneth Moso, Naga City. Genova Lovelyn Gardon, Mercedes, Camarines Norte. Grabata Lorenzo Mari Antonio Parma, Magarao. Hernandez James Michael Alanis, Naga City. Hugo Noel Christian Abordo, Tinambak. Ikawat Russell Palima, Naga City. Lim Christian Eddie Panambo, Naga City. Malana John Ray Allende, Legazpi City. Molin Christopher Sinogba, Naga City. Nares Bernadette Cambronero, Naga City. Osio Ryan Morino, Pasacao. Panis Mark Frederick, Naga City. Prima Kazmir Beroin, Naga City. Profeter Juri Peña, Ocampo. Rivares Francis Jason Barameda, Pili. Roque Rosavi Sabularse, Baao. Salva George Jr. Ilagan, Naga City. Segovia Jamaica Modino, San Fernando. Siguenza Christine Lotivio, Naga City. Solano Perry Giovanni Navarrosa, Naga City. Velasco John Alfred Tawagon, Canaman. Villarreal Christine Rose Breeze, Naga City. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Operations Management. Mendoza, Nizame Segovia, Naga City.
The valedictorian of the class of 2020, Miel Carlo R. Reganit, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering.
A pleasant day to our administrators, professors, university staff, guests, parents, friends, and Di Matinag batchmates. Burj Khalifa is a world-renowned structure found in Dubai. It stood with a total height of 2,722 feet with 163 floors, and thus it was awarded as the tallest building in the world. Coming from the College of Engineering and Architecture, it is my pleasure to attune my valedictory address in civil engineering terms. I had seen life as an ongoing construction, and we should not miss to understand its two main components, the substructure and the superstructure. This will be the 2 points of my speech. Substructure. Substructure simply refers to the building's foundation. It carries all the weight of the building and transfers them to the hard strata or bedrock of the soil. To have a weak foundation is detrimental and dangerous not only for the structure itself, but also for the nearby buildings surrounding it. A strong foundation is a must, so that no matter how much shaking of the ground happens in the future, a building will be kept secured. Now, my beloved fellow, what is your foundation? Or should I say, who is your foundation? To whom do you depend your life and secure your future? As for me, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 11, for other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ. My foundation is Jesus Christ. My beloved fellow, there is no better foundation than Jesus. He has constantly been true to His standards, and He had carried us with great love and compassion all along. He was crucified on the cross for us. He bled and died and rose again for us to have eternal security. That if we accept Him as personal Lord and Savior, He gives us eternal life. John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. As we depend on Him, He promised, heaven and earth shall pass away, but His words will not pass away. My beloved fellow, have you accepted Christ in your heart as your personal Lord and Savior? If not, I plead you to do so. One of the greatest challenges in my journey happened when I was in second-year college. My father had a very serious heart attack and caused him to be bedridden. Being the youngest among siblings, I was mostly in charge of watching over Papa's hygienic necessities, giving him sponge bath, actual bath, changing his diapers, and etc. It's truly hard, for I need to balance it with piles of academic demands, leadership responsibilities, and civic duties. But by looking unto Jesus, who suffered so great that all of my life's pain and troubles could never parallel it, I am revitalized, and then I meditate Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. You cannot drain a man who draws strength from God. Furthermore, Jesus Christ, who is my strong foundation, is the reason why I endured the sleepless nights and bathless days in surveying, the toilsome civil engineering project, and the brain-exhausting correlation subjects. He is the reason I stand here in front of you. I am truly grateful to God for blessing me with people to build up my character. It leads us to my second point, the superstructure. Superstructure is simply the part of the building above the foundation. It is composed of girders, columns, walls, and slabs. It is necessary to provide the safe and secure space necessary for the function and purpose of the building. Each part of the superstructure functions in different ways, but it always takes part in carrying the superimposed loads. I am not who I am today without the people who took part of building up my life. To my mother, Carmen Ariganit, who served as our family's breadwinner, who never gets weary supporting and loving me and my siblings, who makes sure I don't sleep too late in the evening, which I often break through college days, who knows to relieve my stress through puto, bola-bola, and caldereta. Thank you so much, Mama. To my father, Emilio Diaz-Reganit Jr., who continues to live on life and see this day, who although cannot talk clearly, yet expressing his kind affection toward me. Thank you. To my pastor, Joel G. Calomos, who always pray for me and who guides me with biblical precepts through my hard decisions in life. Thank you. To the University of Nueva Cáceres, the fertile ground where I bloomed my other potentials. Thank you. To our professors, especially Engineer Felix Sabaupan, Engineer Gina Jocos, Engineer Charmaine Narvadas, Engineer Angeline Bulacan, Engineer Roberto Eirada, Engineer Ryan Guevara, who taught us so dedicatedly, even though sometimes we don't want to listen. Thank you. To our previous CEA Dean, Engineer Leon Palmiano IV, and current Dean, Engineer Christine Bautista, who cheered us up to pursue our chosen careers. Thank you. To all of my batchmates, classmates, and friends who brought color to my college life, who gave me diverse school supplies when I am in need. Thank you. To SM Foundation Incorporated of late Henry C., my scholarship benefactor, who made me enter this prestigious university. Thank you. To all the people whom I may not be able to mention, thank you for being part of my life. I stand here because of all of you. Finally, my beloved fellow, let me tell you these few lessons I learned. 1. Our virtual graduation ceremony is not the end of the line. There are so much more in life that we are about to face. May the university core values: we champion excellence, we do the right things right, we respect each other and work as a team, we are dynamic and creative, and we nurture dreams, guide us to strive for the best and the honest. Number 2, to my fellow students who experience diverse struggles along your journey, let me tell you this. You can cry and you can sigh, but remember why you started all of this. Revitalize yourself and keep your sanity. We can make it. Last, number 3, there is nothing wrong with having things which money can buy. But the pandemic taught us something more. To value relationships, family, and most importantly, God. We are Batch Team Matinag. We are UNCians. Let us pace on toward a better tomorrow until the day that our life's construction ends. May we stand as a monument like the Burj Khalifa. Thank you to all of you, my beloved fellow, and may God bless us all.
Renault I. Domingo, President, 2020 Graduating Class.
Pledge of Loyalty. Conscious of my duty and responsibility as a graduate of the University of Nueva Cáceres, as an educated citizen of the Republic of the Philippines, I solemnly promise to uphold and defend at all times the ideals and principles of my alma mater, to be loyal to her, and to do my utmost to live a clean and useful life. I make this pledge in acknowledgement of the debt of gratitude to the University of Nueva Cáceres.
Induction of the graduates to the UNC Alumni Association, Florencio T. Mongoso Jr. President, UNC Alumni Association.
Oath of Office to the University of Nueva Cáceres General Alumni Association. I state your name, having been accepted as member of the University of Nueva Cáceres General Alumni Association, do solemnly swear to uphold and abide by the Constitution and bylaws of the Association. I will conduct myself as a worthy member to the best of my knowledge and ability, that I will bring honor to myself, my school, my community, the Alumni Association, and to my country. That I impose upon myself this responsibility voluntarily, without mental reservation and purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
University Hymn, the University Glee Club, and the community.